But what happened when the target jinking? That's the word.
That's most interesting. Depends on what you're doing. You can
Oh,
carry on compensating. If you
oh,
need, it depends if you need to support a missile. If you're supporting a missile, you don't really care too much
yeah.
because
So,
I mean,
but basically, I have to put the vector back from my aircraft. That's right.
it depends. Depends situation. We can have a look. There's only one thing that I want to show you, which is collision, and then we move on. So let's say you want this 40 because you can use it for a stir conversion course that you need 40 degrees. You put it on collision. To put it on collision, you need this vector.
Put on our
Put in it.
aircraft.
Yeah. So
Right.
we need to turn by this amount, this much. But then the target aspect is stable and doesn't change anymore. Alright. So let's do some practical tests with something that is jinking. Shall we throw a missile to this guy? Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Why not? So I won't make it angry because otherwise what it does is just go very fast and point at me and try to kill me and that's it. So it's kind of useless. But let's say this guy is actually smart and he's doing certain maneuvers. So yeah, something like that, I suppose. So the AI in DCS is awful because rather than making it smarter, they make it basically capable of notching better. That's all. Oh, sorry, I didn't load any missile. We're not really going to shoot him with our missiles. So that's
We have
the.
a gun.
This is my favorite setup. 3 Sparrows, 2 Phoenix, 2 Sidewinder. We're back. Oop. Alright. So raise goes down, boost gain goes down, V goes up, this goes to beam, this goes to X4. Okay. Oh, no. Hold on. We need this one. Really? Okay. Alright, so what do we know? What do we know in of this situation?
We have the target on our high altitude. Looking on the radar, I think it is about, I don't know, 3-4 degrees to the left of us.
Yep.
5
Yeah,
maybe.
basically he's on the nose, yeah. When he's so close, I basically say, yeah, he's in front of us. But yeah, that's correct. You're actually correct. Sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
Yeah. And I don't know the vector, but I have to read about it.
By the way, let me.
Because the vector is not pointing exactly at us.
No, he's going slightly to the right. Range-wise, we can say that even without locking, we are about 20, 40, 60, 80,
Ah,
90,
that's
90 commands.
okay.
Closure rate looks very low. Closure rate looks very low because again, this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
0, 600. I think pretty sure it is 600. So this is not the middle. I think this is like 250. It looks like because this is VC minus VF14. Attitude wise, yeah, it's a bit lower because the angle was pointing slightly down. The problem is that the wider the range, the greater the range, the bigger the scan bars are. Because so if we are looking from the side, this is the radar. So
Yeah, it's open, wide.
yeah, this is always so the amount of space covered by this,
It's increasing. Yeah.
yeah, S2. So S2 is greater than S1 because this is R1, R2. So basically, the altitude, the amplitude, is directly proportional to the range. So the farther the farther the target is, the easier it is to have it in a bar. So even if the bar that is covering, I don't know, the front, let's say hypothetically there is just 3, there's 1, 2 and 3, a target closer, maybe at the same altitude up here, can appear in this bar 3, but if it's further away, appears in bar 2. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand that.
So it's not really easy to find where the target is. So what do we want to do? Let's say we are committed to this target. So we are very far. Let's say our timeline sees the first shot at, I don't know, 60 miles. So we have time to do a second one. So we can call commit skate group whatever. Single group, and then we can do correlation. Well, I don't have the nav grid, so it's a bit pointless, but anyway. So let's have a look at the angles.
We have to put.
So closure is actually going up. Target aspect, we're happy about the aspect.
Yeah.
So if you want to capture it, we can turn to collision, for example. So 30 degrees. Right. And we try to make sure that the launch zone is not appearing anymore because our weapon selected now. That's enough. Sorry, it's easier with a pilot, and of course, normally I would call the angles a bit better. But yeah, at the moment I'm just going a bit fast. Come on, give me 5 degrees more. So it's almost on collision, it's not perfect, but I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Idea is that we keep it steady. 13, yeah, I mean, it can go even lower, but we're happy. We can employ at whatever. Give me some speed.
I'm on it.
So, gate.
We don't need to go up.
Sorry?
We don't need to go up before.
You got it.
You mean in lofting?
Yeah.
No, should be fine. I mean, I don't know. It's just for making, you know, an example.
Yeah.
All right, hold on a second. Something has changed very quickly.
Yeah.
Two things have changed very quickly.
Yeah, RT changing.
Not only that, and is even more important. So the RT changes every 2-4 seconds. So the aspect. But if you look at the DDD, we're going down.
Yeah.
We're going down.
So the speed.
We're going down very fast towards the middle of clutter. I may suspect that this guy is either turning cold, or maybe he wants to engage, but he's smart, as a human would do, and may try to notch us. Because maybe when you are against another F-14, what you can do is hiding in the notch for a while, and if the Rio is not smart, or as smart as we are, because now we know that we can look at the DDD, we may, you know, drop his missile. So what we do now is load down time, because I'll show you what happens.
So we have to turn over the MLC.
Yeah, because we're not looking down. Ideally, I would use STT against the maneuvering target, as it would be done in real life. So now, look at it.
Put STT
It's
there.
gone. It's about to disappear. We can go off, and now we see it. We're still seeing it. So if we were supporting a missile, we save the missile in this case.
Okay, but I have a question.
Yeah.
When you put it on you said to put on the STT, but then his RWR
Yeah,
start.
it goes off. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's better for us to shot in the TWS auto.
But yeah, that's the problem with DCS. Because in real life, the RWRs are nowhere near as precise as they are in DCS. But zero. There's a lot of uncertainty depending. So most RWRs have a kind of a library that associate the threat with the signal. Make it very easy. But then you have a lot of uncertainty on the angles. So, for example, why in Iran the Phoenix was, even the Phoenix A had a lot of success, although there are a lot of sources that are a bit equivocal. Because, I mean, the threat most of the time they didn't even know they were being targeted. There is a video from Gulf War of an F-18 shooting a Sparrow MiG-21. The MiG-21 just flies straight, doesn't do anything. It just dies because the RWS in this area doesn't make any sense, and that's the problem, especially for the F-14, because everyone knows F-18, F-16, they kind of cheat in a sense because they can notch perfectly because they can't see the angles perfectly. If you were closer to real life, you would see the missile just a couple of miles away rather than 6 or 7. So you have like a split second and then boom. Or maybe the angle is wrong by 5-10 degrees, so you can't notch it properly because you don't know the angle is wrong. If it was more realistic, it would be much harder. And the F-14 is the only one that simulates a bit better all these mechanics.
Oh, that makes sense.
And the AI is especially awful because it's not smart. So what he's doing now is kind of smart. You're against an F-14. You try to notch to prevent a long range shot. No, the AI just comes straight at you as fast as possible. And the only thing that it can do is notching perfectly, which is totally unrealistic. I mean, a MiG-21 that basically doesn't have an RWR that notches perfectly in Phoenix that has been launched like 70 miles away. I mean, my balls are just hitting the ground and the floor.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Okay.
Alright, so let's say we were supporting a missile. We saved the missile because we are gurios. But probably the missile is trashed anyway because the target CD aspect now is 70. So, yeah, missile is probably 60 something miles shot. Probably is gone anyway. But at least we have awareness. At least we know. At least we realize the fact that he was about to notch, and we reacted quickly. And by the way, CD closure 600, and the target is notching. So it's not just the closure rate. The closure rate is more for the zero Doppler.
Okay.
So yeah. I mean, let's carry on. See now he's going down. Closure is going down, so he's probably turning cold.
Yeah.
Let's have a look what he's doing. Yeah, it's going cold. So let's try to react geometry-wise. Yeah, of course. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we can't really do anything. If he's turning cold, he's turning cold. Can't do anything about it. But we can try to work the angles a bit better. Because maybe he turned because he wanted it to turn because he was looking outside and he said, oh, look at this nice thing, and he decided to turn. But now the angles are all wrong.
Yeah, so we have to...
Yeah, in the situation where we are now, how will the target aspect change? Is it going
during
to
our...
increase or decrease?
Oh my god, wait a second, I have to decrease. No, increase.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to increase.
Yeah.
So, again, put it is... Where is my pen? Oh, where is my... Okay. Yeah. I was using the pen upside down. So, if this is collision, this is TA down. And this is TA up. And this is the same the other side.
Just
so
a second, I have to make a photo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the lower part... Oh, actually, yeah, that's interesting. Interesting. I mean, this is another way to put it. The criteria is the collision. But if he's going towards the outside, so he's going down from the TAD, the target aspect is actually going down. If he's going toward the center, instead he's going up. TA going up. Oh, I can't write anymore. Did that make sense? So if he's leaving from the sides, he's going down.
So still I have to put it in my mind.
Yeah, it takes time, but once he clicks, It's easy. I mean, it's not easy, but at least you know. For example, you've seen a cool thing of the target that is about to notch, and we reacted before the OG9 dropped the lock, which is great when you're supporting a missile. Alright, so... Well, I don't know. Let's turn 45 right. Let's see if we can take the angles under control. Closure is going very low. I mean, maybe the target has just decided to go cold. So, I mean... Yeah, so if we stay where we are, we take the angles down a little bit. It's not really meaningful though, because again, target is going... and is even easier to see. See, he's running away. So we can't really do anything about it. So we're basically chasing if we're going this direction. Target is going this way. Yeah, we are taking the angles down a little bit, but I mean not this way.
Yeah.
Can't really do anything. But if he decides to turn a bit this way, we can maybe take a quick turn and a snapshot. Otherwise, we were going the other direction, this way or that way, wherever we were going. And at that point, maybe he can turn into us. So in this case, so let me change it. So let's say we were going this direction. Maybe we lose it from the radar, and the target can turn around. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
By this case, we always have it in the radar, and if it turns in this direction, we are ready to engage before it can find the solution. Again, it's hypothetical scenarios, but all consideration that you can quickly do.
Finally, I see what I had to look on the TID.
Okay, look at... Okay, oh, stop. Alright, so the target aspect has jumped quickly, but the first thing you see is the trace, is the big trace left on the DDD. This is thanks to the arrays. So it's changing a lot. The closure is going up. It means that it's turning into us. Does it make sense?
Yeah. I see it because it's moving up of the TID on the PD mode. Yeah.
But again, this is much quicker than using the TID, because you can actually see
On the DDD, sorry.
So yeah. The DDD is quicker than looking at the...
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. And we have to turn out the mail load cluttering.
Yeah, so what we do now is turning is that 45 left, 50 miles. Yeah, this is where Iceman kind of sucks, because it's not really pulling a lot of... Oh, 2 degrees. Oh, we're turning the other direction now.
Copy
Yeah.
that.
So, but we have with the real pilot.
Yeah, you can call a much better turn. Iceman is very, very slow. So the angles are terrible. 45 aspect, range 45. So we need to keep pulling left. So now we have basically flipped the situation. Now we are in the same situation at the beginning, like a symmetrical and mirror the other side. So we need to put the target. So what do we want the target now?
Maximum right on the TID.
Yeah, exactly. Because if we put it in this side, TR goes down.
Yeah.
Again, that's the problem with the Jinking target. You can't really do anything. You try to keep the advantage.
So we have to turn fast. Yeah, and try to keep it on the best position.
Depends on the situation, but it is one versus one. Yeah. Maybe I don't know. Let's say you are very close to a certain area where there are, I don't know, SA6, SA5, SA2, whatever defense. maybe the target is baiting you. I mean, the AI doesn't do it, but maybe there are some players the other side. You know, the best PvP in the world, in my opinion, is the role play. So what the red side tried to play as they were, you know, it's not Quake, Earthquake. They follow their objective, they try to stay alive, they try to bait you. So maybe before was an attempt to bait us into going into the hostile area. In that case, we would have probably turned cold ourselves. By the 1 versus 1, yeah, you try to adapt as much as possible to have a good firing solution.
Okay, and finally I understand the TA. I have to put in my head the vector.
Yeah, it's just a matter of doing a lot of times.
No.
Actually, what I prefer to do in this case, since the guy is turning a lot, is switch into radar and do these. It's much better. But there's a bug on the display that doesn't show the targets. Ah, it's jamming. Because we are. I have STT the target. Now it's jamming.
I see. On the DDD.
On the DDD, you see the trace.
Oh, and jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the jamming trace.
Oh.
So what you can do? So the AI switches to jam whenever you basically STT it. If you're in Taquascan, it doesn't do it.
Yeah.
But I mean, in my opinion, is kind of awful, the implementation, and not because of HitBlur, because DCS is too simple. The Rio has a lot of tools to kind of compensate a little bit, but nothing of this work in DCS. So the only thing we can do is using Lean4C to triangulate. So if you have a wingman, here, the wingman can see a bar like this one.
Yeah, on the TWS.
Yeah, and you see maybe a line like this one. So you know that this range, this is the actual range by triangulating. But the WCS cannot compute it. But at least you have an idea where it is. But you need to be in Lean4C, not 4A, 4C, which is the other one. Yeah, this body, so annoying. Anyway, so all you can do, see the JAT. JAT means jamming angle tracking. So we are tracking using the information provided by the jammer. We can take, for example, an on jam shot, for example, and the missile is guided by the emissions. Or we need to get close enough to pierce through the jammer. So let's have a look.
It works when we put Phoenix on this jamming mode.
Okay, so about 30 nautical miles, we break through the jammer.
Aha. Okay.
Problem is we lost track of the angles. So now target aspect is a bit awful, and we're at 30 miles away. So what I would do is try to turn into a kind of lead collision. So so probably turning
left.
The thing is that the closure is very high, but because we are very fast, not because the target is fast. The angles are not helping, of course. So what I do is try to put like 30 degrees to the left and shoot at 25 miles. Shall we see how it looks like?
Yeah.
By the way, when you're in STT, when the target is jamming, it cannot notch anymore. And it doesn't appear, zero doppler filter doesn't have any effect anymore. And the idea is that all the jamming signal that is popping out, they're basically helping our radar to maintain the lock. So that's why after the Burnthrough, when you basically a jammer becomes useless, you should switch off the ECM.
Okay.
But I'm still doing experiments with the AZM and whatnot. Then I'll write something later.
Okay.
Alright, so let's chuck ourselves to the left. I mean, it's, yeah, with Iceman he's so slow to react that he's. But, see, I wanted to grind down the angles a little bit, but
We have 24 miles.
yeah, 20 miles I shoot and call it a day. 57. Now I try to turn a lead collision, which is kind of to help the miss a little bit. Fox 3. Cranking left. Oh, is he turn again? No. It's a bit hard when you have to actually call
Copy
it.
that.
The right, the right, the right, 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 right! Come
Yeah.
on! Oh my, oh my.
Uh,
Come on, turn, turn,
yeah.
turn! 10 miles, Fox 3. Yeah, I mean, Iceman is, yeah, it's not really the best. I mean, it's great when you're testing stuff, but then. Wait, this is chasing. Splash.
Yeah.
Nice.